finally made it, haven't you? People, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale? You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say the pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricot. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and there it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant... Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, there is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat. Why are you talking to a gum wrapper? Bitter, citrus, sweet. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create, until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, feels so familiar.
Mister? Oh, I had gloves.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were going to take them.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good. Bye!
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away.
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gaunt.
Congratulations. That's the gaunt.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there, an empty street. Before you, chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion, the road is smooth and motley. Craters, a tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while his boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain it Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces. Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle hurrying to work. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrel. The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail! Abigail. Oh, Abigail. Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you...
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's... You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Abigail? Don't call Abigail!
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing a really disgusting, hacking cough. He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable...
Hey, tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or... Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I know what you mean. Sitting around with these bums, you really get to know the nitty. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either.
This guy's your buddy-buddy. You feel it immediately. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Can't really remember seeing any women after...
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
We are saving...
Please!
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. So now, it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Aha. Do you want...
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as word on the street is, you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer. And that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty...
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Hey, man, I'm not judging. This life's a valley of woes. Either way, it was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, got our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage.
Do you remember the sound of wood?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcohol. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, the time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things! Yeah, looms. Why not? We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and we asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila sunset. You know, as a... Yeah, I agree. Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to... How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad.
Wow, that's quite...
Yeah, I bet tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct.
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying...
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working beside your gun and your badge. You said something about, in retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big... You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main...
It's more like you.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of...
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners... I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they... You kept apologizing for being such a bad... You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, it's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. It depends, really.
You might get scammed here.
No, the reality of the situation requires booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me. Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. 22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical... It did. With my trust... But now dreams are worn thin. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling.
His eyes are clouded. His eyes are...
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. It was a day not unlike this one here. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped. Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on... So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pocket. I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying... People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be...
Heavy is the head.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired... Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend... So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have... I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen. Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage. You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one. Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this... I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own... Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
My agency. Man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the... I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept culture. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language.
Sounds intriguing. If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
I know! It was fucking awesome! Too bad I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away. What? You've never seen 100% leak rubber? Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel randomized trials have also found lycra, TN, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. And then there's the smell.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them any time. My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcohol...
Hey, tequila!
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop.
I thought he was a cool cop.
A gurgling sound comes from the...
And yeah, you're already acquainted with abs. So yeah, that's basically... Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say? Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve. If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk, somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. My fellow members of the Union of...
Hey, tequila!
Shut
Off.
And yeah, I'm all ears, Tequila. I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift. Cottonmouth is keeping my tongue imprisoned. What's it about? Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen, the pro's gonna do it.
I got a freebie when I purchased a whole carton of cigarettes. Smoke cigarettes.
The writing under the tiny crown logo.
Thanks, Rosie. Hey, Abs. Hey, Abs.
The man mumbled.
Hey! Goddamn Abigail is here. Wake up. Wake up. I'll be damned.
Sure, I can fucking help. You need a signature.
Hey, guys.
About fucking time, man.
The incapacitated drunk lay there snoring like an ancient...
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail these? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine. Aye, by amphetamine I mean speed. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine.
While the grand bourgeois in La Delta are so rich, they literally float above the law. This merry company crawls...
Aye, that's what I said. Good, good, my man. Now what can I offer you? Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here. You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor, bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Permit? Who gives a shit? You want to buy something? Grease the wheel. Oh, you see, bought cigarettes.
The hook. Where is it?
Of course, of course, of course. It is what it is, you know. What? See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know what's crazy, actually?
He's finding it difficult to focus.
What?
Keep him talking.
This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Those arseholes charged me £4 to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7%.
Snakes or intestinal worms?
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for £3 if you want.
Don't say it.
Yeah, be careful. It's extremely flammable.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it. In all fairness, that might be a true.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits of £3 and...
Well done. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes
Oh, the system's been good to old Rose. You see, bought cigarette...
the hook. Where
Seriously? Are you? Fine.
there's Rio, and the lieutenant is annoyed.
Just make sure to enjoy that.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shop.
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one...
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools...
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind. The morning sun rises beyond the horizon, radiating the first light of the day. The order was carried out at dawn. A long time has passed since the moment of this. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one... A host of men, probably in everyday clothes. Ragged, they stand, facing the wall. Ordinary people, familiar comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise again. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives. It could even have been the employees of the failed R&D center.
Or maybe...
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces. To be honest, if a coalition member was any...
A cold sea wind